There's no place like you. You're all places. A place where I can find happiness. A place close to your loveliness. Somewhere to rest my aching mind. Oh, where there's no time. Your love is divine. Heaven must be like this. Huh. You know heaven is just like you, girl. Listen. The sweet and sour taste of love we just made. A cool place in the shade. A glass of champagne. Your lips are flame. Oh, I go insane.
Welcome to the SHERICHIE Show. I'm SHERICHIE.
And I'm Eric.
Today's topic is just random thoughts.
Really? You set me up all day for just random thoughts, though.
Random thoughts. What's your random thoughts,
Man.
Eric?
My random thought right now is how you gonna set me up for a random thought.
You set me up last time.
You was. Oh, I thought you were gonna say last week, because I was gonna say you wasn't even in here.
Oh, did
You
I?
stranded last week, but no. That,
Oh, yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah, you wasn't.
I forgot.
Yeah, you know,
I'm getting old.
called in sick. It's fine. Called in sick, but that's cool.
No, I ain't calling sick. See what I'm saying? How we
Random
live and
thoughts.
how you do?
You got on another SHERICHIE shirt. Look at you.
I got
man.
several.
You became real fancy here. That's cool. That's what's happening.
Yeah, thanks to Bone.
Yeah, good looking out, Bone.
He working on your shirt next.
What shirt?
Your shirt. Remember, you gave me the colors. I put them in the phone.
I was joking though, but I didn't think.
Oh, but it's just a shirt. It's not shirts.
I don't want shirts.
It's a shirt.
I don't want shirts. Okay, so we good
What
on
you
that.
want?
I'm
You got
good.
your phone fixed, or your Eric got his phone fixed?
Oh man, I
When you
forgot.
get it?
It's been that long since we've been a team again, huh?
See what I'm saying? No, you got your phone for your viewers.
I got it last week, man.
Yeah,
I
'cause
had it last week's show.
It was a Reynolds Rock. What you
Yeah.
do over the weekend, Eric?
Nothing really. Resting, working on my car, trying to get my some things taken care of with my Pontiac. But other than that, I just rest. You know,
What I do over the
ain't
weekend?
been at a sighting this weekend. What about you?
This weekend I didn't do too much.
Yeah.
No.
How's the lounge coming on?
It's ready.
It's ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's ready. I'm gonna give y'all the time.
We in there.
It's ready.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So you basically content with what you're looking at now with the lounge. You don't need to change anything, critique anything.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
That's what you hitting to.
Okay.
It's perfect. It's
Okay.
ready. When I say it's ready, Eric, it's
I don't
ready.
know, because sometimes things will be ready and you go back and you be like, let me switch this up right here.
No,
So,
it's ready.
Okay.
It's ready.
Okay.
So I have a few questions to ask you from my coworkers from Metro.
Again? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You,
Go ahead. I'm joking.
you know, I always have.
All right, go ahead, man. I see what I can do, but your coworkers need to understand. I'm bad
I be
at the
trying to tell them to
I'm
call
bad at
in.
the Dr. Phil thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I
When
would
you-
rather you call in maybe with another.
Well, if y'all listening and be on there,
Yeah.
call her and ask.
Yeah, maybe another person, might have an answer for you better than mine, but I'll try it. What is it? What's going on?
Okay, one lady asked. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna put this.
Straight. I like mine with no chaser, so straight. Just come with it. It's, 'cause that's how I'm gonna deliver it. So.
No, one lady said that she told me to ask you
Uh-huh.
from a guy's perspective that she's dating this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a ride. She has to always pick him up, right? She's saying the next time when he calls, should she tell him that she's not picking him up anymore, or should she just stop seeing him? That's her question. She told me to ask.
I've once been that guy. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's I can't tell you stop picking the cat up. I mean, if you into him, then yeah. But if you ain't into him, then by all means. I mean, because just like what they say with guys, I mean, if he, I don't want to say a side dude, but if he just something that you just, put in a football perspective, if he's just somebody that you just tackling on the field, you know what I mean? Then by all means, then all means, this next time he got to be able to run a little better. But no, honestly, if you into him, pick him up. If you're not into him, then tell him what you gotta tell him. You know what I mean? But I find it hard to believe. I find it hard to understand that when there's so many women out here hollering that they don't have nobody. No man, they can't find a man.
Whatever, Roland.
And then, when you get one, there's one that spend time with you, and he has this one flaw. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Why not adjust to make it work for y'all? You know what I mean? If it means that you had to pick him up, and you like everything else about him, and that's the only flaw that he have, then by all means, go get him. What y'all women used to say, go get y'all man. I mean, go get him. You know what I'm saying? You know about that.
I mean, I had plenty of dudes who ain't had a ride.
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't no ride.
What's up, Dana?
Now it's still, it's Uber, Lyft.
Yeah.
Bus,
but
train.
that too. I mean, but then it's a matter of the money factor. Then she worked with Metro, get him a pass.
You know what? Wait a minute. So you want her to buy him a pass?
Hey, if
you know how that go with some women, man. Rolly, you know how that go. That go with he gonna be using that pass to go see another broad.
Oh
you
my!
You already know the pass
see,
now.
That's the biggest issue right there. Y'all worry about stuff that you ain't got to be worried about, man. We give you a pass. I mean, if we give you a pass to come and see us, then that's what we expect you to do. Come and see it. Whether you gonna go see somebody else, you can't control that.
I told y'all he cocky.
You can't control that.
See, Eric always trying like he don't care about stuff.
It's not that I don't care, but I mean, I'm more of a realist when it comes to relationships, man. I'm not putting nothing past nobody. People do things, so that's just it, So if she get him a pass and he go over his sister house, his cousin house, or whoever she may be.
So what if you helping a female out with her rent? You cool with a dude coming through?
If I'm helping her out with her rent?
Mm-hmm.
Not cool with no dude coming through.
Why?
But what I'm saying, well, wait a minute. Look. But what I'm saying is that if he's coming through on a regular, then why you need my help? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You should be getting help from him. I'm not gonna pay for you to shack up with somebody else. But I can't look at the same. You can't use that same scenario when it comes again to man a bus pass or paying for his Uber. If you Uber, you paying for him to Uber to come to you.
But what's the difference if you helping her with her rent, right? Mm-hmm. And she just got, she got friends. He don't have to be shacking up with her every night.
What you mean? The dude that just come through?
Yeah, the dude that just come through.
It all depends on the level of our relationship. If we actually in a relationship, no, I'm not gonna be cool with that.
If it's a
I'm not gonna be cool with that. But if they just cool and they just friends, I don't have a problem with that. But once I'm in the picture, I don't expect him to be coming over and wanting to stay the night and all that. If y'all just friends.
I hear that. They told me to ask you.
That's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. But
I don't want you to bust off on here.
Nah. This is the reason why I changed my status in life, so I don't have to deal with them type of issues no more.
Good choice.
So
y'all hear Eric? Okay.
I mean, I played both roles at one point, so I'm good now. So what's the other question?
That's the only one they had.
That's the only one?
That's the only one they had.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask about like when you helping. Mm-hmm. I just met a guy at work yesterday. Mm-hmm. And he this is the funny thing with some guys with me. Like when they come up to me and approach me, they ask all the craziest questions. Like he wanted to use the restroom, so I'm like, you gotta ask the guy who will let you in to use the restroom. So he was like, well, I can bring you some roses. I was like, I don't like roses. He said, well, I could take you out. I said, well, I'm not trying. I don't want you to take me out. Mm-hmm. So after I didn't say all of that, he finally just said, you know what? That's okay. I don't have to use the bathroom. I just wanted to, he said, I just wanted to see if I can get your number. So I said, why you beat all around the bush with that?
It's a nervous thing.
Why?
Because I mean,
I wasn't looking serious. I wasn't looking mean, as you say.
But a lot of times that doesn't play a factor. It's just a matter of how he's shooting his game. It's a nervous thing. Most guys, most guys, when we come to shooting our game, we are nervous, because we, just like women don't want to be rejected. A lot of times we don't want to be rejected, but we get used to it because y'all constantly rejecting us.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So we get used to being rejected, but we don't want to hear that rejection.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was trying to find his opening to get in with a conversation with you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was just a nervous thing. So yeah, you must have gave him that. You must have gave him an eye or something and made him think, all right, I can't keep running game on her. She ain't falling for nothing. Yeah.
He finally he cool though. He cool. I talked to him for a while. He turned out to be all right.
That's good. That's good.
I ain't exchanged numbers though, but he turned out to be all right.
Yeah, like I always say, you want to meet somebody, you got to meet them. You can't shoot everybody down, man. I mean, I'm down there. And I want to say, where's that? Down there around New York Avenue. When I see, a whole bunch of different, women come through there, and you can tell some of them, got money, and and I see guys, from time to time would try their hands with them, and they just fly right by them. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that she's single because she did that. She might just totally not be interested in it. So, we get nervous, and it's not until we get over that nervous tick that we decide to say something, open our mouth to y'all. So
okay, well, we're gonna take a commercial and we're gonna return in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Eric always talking about some shooting that.
That's right, baby. I want all y'all to walk on over to the bridge with me. Cause I'm gonna take you to the water and make you drink. Party, baby. Cause the funk show will make you stink. Say what? Yeah. If you let the funk hit your eye,
a couple of our viewers asked for us to touch on supervisors at work.
Okay.
One viewer said, why does supervisors always have to have that control?
I think that come with the position. You know, we can't relinquish that. You know, just like with anything, man, you relinquish your control over something, people gonna run over you. You know, so you have to. I think that just comes with that position.
Have you ever worked with somebody that, like a supervisor, any of your jobs you had, present, past, to where they use their authority in the wrong way?
I don't know if you want to quite say the wrong way. I mean, you know, too much of anything, people want to abuse it. You know, and sometimes you may have some people that's in the position they're not supposed to be in. You know what I mean? You know, what I hate is the micromanagers. You know, I'm not cool with that because, you know, I think, you know, when you tell somebody something, you know, to do something or ask them to do, not gonna say tell, but when you ask someone to do something, you know, you give them a task or whatever, something to do, you should feel comfortable enough to let them go ahead and do it, unless it's a situation where they didn't understand, you know, how to do it, and you basically showing them they're not gonna understand you being right there side by side. But if it's something that y'all do on an everyday task, you know what I mean, they should be able to just tell you, you know, what the task is gonna be today and let you go ahead on about your business. So I'm not cool with micromanagement, but abuse of their authority. I mean, like I said, too much power for you know, people. Some people get big headed with that, you know, when they're in a position of authority.
Well, my situation with supervisors is I'm very outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the supervisors that approach me with, you're gonna do like I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when you say micromanaging, sometimes if I feel like if you have to micromanage me or you have a task that you want me to do, right? If you're gonna leave me and let me do the task and come back, because see, 9 out of 10 when you leave me, when you come back, I'm not gonna do the task twice. Because when you left, you should have told me and explained to me the way that you wanted it done and show me. Now, if you say I trust you, I trust you, Rob, and you go ahead and do it and you know what to do, then don't come back on me and say this not done, you didn't do this right, you just did it. And then not only that, you don't even have the materials for me to really fully do the job. So, I'm pulling and, finding bits and pieces to get together.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come back, right, how would you take it if your supervisor, like if they told you to do a task, right, and they come back, and when they come back, they were like, this not right. This not right. You need to do this over again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the field that I'm in, I get that a lot of time. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of used to that aspect. Of them coming back and saying we need this done different because and it's not a lot of time. It's not about the supervisor. It can be about the the contractor that we working with. You know what I mean? They want to change things. So I'm kind of used to that aspect of stuff.
So you'll do it twice.
Yeah, as long as it's gonna keep that money coming out, I'm gonna get what they asked for. You know what I mean? But what can you do? It may situation may change, but with your aspect of it, with the line of work that you're doing, I understand. You don't want to have to go back and redo it, but my work requires a lot of repeat work. Yeah, so
they're not too hard on us though. Like if we don't complete the task, I will give them a little bit of credit.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Yeah,
credit. They'll do.
I don't know. Supervisors are funny that way. You just have to find your niche and fit in, man. You know what I mean? I mean, because like I said, you can't relinquish your power. I mean, you have to put yourself in that position if that was you. You know what I mean? Would you want to be lenient on the people you're working with? And you work with them every day. You know what I'm saying? You like, man, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't be lenient with you, man. You gonna run all over. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah. Look at it in that aspect too. Sometimes it's meant for them to be hard nosed or stuff like that.
No, I can take that. I can take that sometimes, but you just have some supervisors that it's a buttholes on purpose. on purpose.
Oh yeah.
That you have something that's on purpose.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get a kick off for that.
No. Okay, so another viewer said, would you finish your task if it's 15 or 10 minutes before leaving work, before you clock out?
Me, it depends. It depends really on how important it is. You know what I mean, to be finished. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I mean, I've stayed at work, an hour or two later, trying to complete something because it wasn't so much for the job, but I wanted to complete because I didn't want to deal with it next day. Mm-hmm. So honestly, I can say, yeah, I would do that.
I would.
You wouldn't? Yeah. Well, I mean, that's typical with y'all.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would. If it's 10 or 15 minutes, I'm gonna finish that tomorrow.
Yeah. See, and what if it's only 10 or 15 minutes worth of work?
Evidently, it's not if they came back to me. If I have to do a whole task over and then you run it over, we're not going to get paid.
But you said to finish a task. So what if you started this task? Let's say you started this task. You've been working on this task all day and you get close to 15 minutes ready to go to leave. We'll go home, but yet about another 10 minutes you can be done. 10 or 15 minutes you can be done with it totally. You mean tell me you're just going to walk away and say, I'll come back and put 15 minutes in the next morning?
No, you know what? Before you leave me with the task, I already calculate how long it's going to take me. If I know that I can't finish that task today, we're going to have to break this down. See, and my supervisors don't like Robin that way. They want me to do it just like they said it. But like I said, sometimes when they have you do a task, some of them just have you doing tasks just to be doing it.
Yeah. I guess you can look at that like that. Some, like I said, what I do, a lot of times that's challenging in that individual to see just how much they know, or see if they know what they're telling you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you have some supervisors that come to you that they can't even explain to you the situation right, and then when you looking at them, you re-asking them the question that they asked you, acting like you getting on their nerve. You had a supervisor like that before?
Yeah, I got one like that now.
Yeah, I got 3.
Well, it ain't so much that he had like I'm getting on his nerve, but when I ask him a question about something, I turn around.
They don't want you to ask them
questions. Turn around and look, they go. You know what I mean? I turn around and look, and I'm like, I'll be right back with the answer.
They saying Earth being rebellious again. Look.
I mean, I just, I don't know, man. Like I said, but I know some of the guys that I work with, man, the supervisor have to be hard-nosed, you know what I mean? Some of the guys I've worked with over the years, the supervisor have to be hard-nosed against them, because if they didn't, they're going to run through them. They're going to run through them, without a doubt.
Well.
So.
I'm not finishing the task 15 or 10 minutes before it's time to leave. Would you do that, Roland?
No.
You would?
No.
You wouldn't
do
it?
No.
You said no.
15 minutes.
Turn it on you, Roland. Look.
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Look at Roland. I wouldn't.
Okay. Well,
when you calculate, like, before the task is started, like, how much time that you have to do this, and you need to make sure you got all the equipment, all the materials, everything, because some stuff is missing. Mm-hmm. And then when you pull this from this and make this happen, when you finish, say if you do complete the task, then they ask you what you use. Like what you use. Don't worry about what I use. You didn't leave me nothing here to be doing this, what you told me to. So when I found this and that and made it happen, I still don't get credit.
Well, like I said, mine's constantly change all the time.
Roland, why you wouldn't finish?
Because you wouldn't. I'm with you. Whatever you do, I do.
Yeah. Mine's is constantly changing. So it all depends on what I'm working on, whether or not I'm going to put more time into it. I can't just do it on my own. Of course, I have to let them know, I'm going to be here a little late because I got to get this tightened up.
So would you stay after and don't get paid?
That's never going to happen.
Okay,
anything I do, I'm getting paid for.
So that's why I said that. If it's 10 or 15 minutes, I'm not.
I mean, if they're not going to pay you, then by all means. If they told me they wasn't going to pay me, then by all means, it's going to wait till the next day. But, if I let you know that, I can have this done in a half an hour, and you say, okay, go ahead and do it, I got you, I give you a half an hour, then fine, I'll take care of it. You know what I mean? But, no, I'm never going to do
nothing. They going to pay me.
Nah, I ain't doing nothing for free. Ain't
but that's your
my
job.
DNA. And who job?
That's your job.
That's not in my no.
That's not in your job description.
No, that's not gonna happen. That would never happen. You know, so I hate doing free stuff around the house. Trying to figure out how to get
What you mean free stuff around the house? So you hate to go to work and then come home and work?
I think I should get paid for my travels.
See, this the irk that I know.
I'm just
right
messing.
here.
I'm just
no,
messing.
this the irk that I know.
I'm just but seriously though, I think she should pay me for going to work to give her a nice living. She should pay me.
Okay, we're gonna go to commercial.
I'm just messing.
And we're gonna come back because Irk tripping again.
No, I'm joking, man. No.
We'll return.
That's fine.
Look, we'll return in a moment.
Get it together, man. Get it together. What's up, man? Hey, Amy. Hey, Mom.
Your daddy be the sun, tapping my shoulder, thinking you gon' get you some, smelling like some fragrance that I don't even wear. So if you want some loving, I suggest you go back there. You can't find day to day with you. It's always something else working my nerve. God knows that I don't deserve what you put me through, 'cause I've been so true to you. For you to come at me with another lame excuse. See, I heard it all before. All of your lies, all of your sweet talk. Baby this, baby that. But your lies ain't working now. Now, look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Play the fool before. I was your fool. I believed in you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But your lies ain't working. Lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. Who's hurting now? I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. What were you thinking? Bringing her into our home. In our bed. You must have fell and bumped your head. Messing up my sheets. And violating me. Got me about to call my peace and take it to the street. Nothing you can do, and there's nothing you can say that could persuade me to stay with you another day. You have crossed the line to the point of no return. What you do from here on out, I am no longer concerned. See, I heard it all before. Let me explain, baby. It's not what you think. That's what you said to me. But your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now.
All right, we back. We back at the SHERICHIE Show. I'm Eric.
And I'm Richie.
So, what's going on with the what's his name? Marcus.
You got to get the name right.
What's the name?
Maurice.
Maurice. Okay.
Marcus.
I'm sorry. I knew it was something with him.
I'm glad he ain't watching today.
He probably is. He's probably on my page watching. But it ain't you, Marcus. I'm sorry.
Marcus,
Maurice. What's going on with Maurice?
He gonna come on the show. I told him I'm gonna bring him on.
You told him when? Before Christmas? New Year's?
Not this Sunday, maybe the next one. Before this month is out.
Let me see. Next Sunday I probably won't be here.
Lies. For real. Eric play everything. You know what he do? He do payback.
I'm not doing no payback.
Eric
man.
do
No,
payback.
I'm
If
not
I
doing
don't
no
come,
payback.
Eric try to give me the next Sunday.
I came here this Sunday.
You did, but you tried to trick me a little bit though too.
Nah, I was just, I had to get my thirst on, What's up, Jerome? But no. So things still going on. You ain't messed up yet. You doing all right? You behaving yourself?
I'm not a mess upper.
Are you behaving yourself? You tell that to them, but you talking to me right now.
I am not a mess up. Y'all are the mess ups.
And his name is Maurice.
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta remember that, Eric.
Nah, just I'll put him under the gun too. Right?
Go
So if you
ahead.
get him, get all his questions together. Make sure you got them all down.
He ready.
He ready?
He ready.
All right, that's what's
I
up.
told you, if he timed up for me, he ready.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So we gonna see. I wanted to talk about. I wanted to give some shout outs to some of my Facebook friends. One of them is Jane Freeman, Latoya Harville, my sisters Lisa and Karen, my daughters Brittany and Brashay. I just wanted to shout out them because every time I do the show, they like, you ain't shouting me out. So I'm shouting y'all out now.
Who was this again?
My sisters,
Okay.
Karen and Lisa, Brittany and Brashay,
Okay.
Latoya Harville, and Jane Freeman.
You got all these sisters?
No, the Karen and Lisa is my sisters. I'm gonna bring them on the show too with you.
Who? Which one?
I'm bringing my two sisters.
All right, bro. Bring them on.
I'm gonna bring both of them.
What's up, cuz? Bring them on.
You haven't
I'm
met the
fine
little
with
one though, right? My little sister.
that. No.
You remember Bum Bum?
Yeah, I remember her. She the only one I met that was little.
Yeah,
You say
gonna
she
come.
all grown up now. She coming too?
yeah, she grown.
That's good. I'm proud of you, Bum Bum. You grew up.
Little Robin.
Yeah.
That's little Robin right
But
there.
no.
She thinks she the oldest.
That's cool, man. You know, bring them on. Bring them on. That's fine. Now, as far as you said, you haven't picked a date yet. As far as your lounge, or anything like that.
No, I'm gonna do it from 8 to 9.
In the morning.
No, in the evening. But then I might as well call it SHERICHIE morning.
All right. I'm gonna pass through to maybe make a guest appearance one night. That's around my sleeping time.
See, that's an old man status.
Sometimes I feel like that, bro. Sometimes I feel like that. You know, I work hard throughout the week, so I try to take advantage of every opportunity I can.
Yeah, because you the other day when you was talking about I'm getting ready to take a nap, I'm like, what? I said when Eric started taking little naps.
Yeah. Sometimes it be that way. That's when you
That's-
got what
they-
you talking about with the supervisor.
No, I was going to say,
situation.
see, you doing some work at work. If you got to come home and take a nap. See, me, I can come home and stay up all night till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm still woke. I ain't taking no naps.
Okay. So what's let me give a shout out to Puerto Rico. They finally getting some help there.
Oh, they have.
Yeah. I heard that Mr. Trump, President Trump, was throwing paper towels or something over to him instead of handing them to him. The media was making a big issue out of it. So shout out to Puerto Rico. Glad y'all getting it back together. Maybe next year we'll be able to come there and vacate. You know,
No.
bring the SHERICHIE Lounge and do it from Puerto Rico live.
Yeah, okay.
Huh?
You go out there.
You ain't going?
What you trying to go with the cell phones or with a cameraman?
I don't
Because you must
care.
be the cameraman.
Hey,
Well,
take
you're
the
going to be
cell
out there
phone.
shaking them phones. Look.
Put it on the sand just like this. Let's do it live from the beach water.
No, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to do a camera.
You gonna do a camera?
Cameraman.
And take a Polaroid. Pictures always
Okay, well-
still on Polaroids.
But I want to see that happen. Make that happen, Eric.
Take a Polaroid camera.
Make that happen for that.
I have one.
And what they saying about the Las Vegas?
I don't.
I
Well,
missed out. Did they get the lady over here?
the girlfriend did come back. Supposedly the guy's a millionaire. That's why he was gambling so much money the way he was gambling it. They trying to find out how is it that he was able to lift an 800-pound window out of a building and nobody knew it and he didn't break it or anything. Of course, all the guns that the guy had. Thank you, NRA. You're good. You're real good people. You know, the amount of bullets and stuff they found on it. So,
So
they
he was
just trying to
staking
get
out.
some
He was
answers, man.
staking out there, right?
from
What
my
was in the
understanding,
food cart? You know, like the food tray.
I think it was food. I don't know.
I think it was guns.
I think
Roland,
it was
was
food.
it guns he had in the food cart in the hallway? Did you hear that?
I remember them.
Well, he
showing
had
it, but
cameras.
I think it was food, but he had cameras. You know, and that's another crazy. It makes me. You know, to be honest, I've never been to Vegas to vacation. And it really scares me that a person can come in your hotel and set up his own cameras and everything outside the door. Nobody questions that. You know what I mean? Nobody questions that. You know, you got a guy up on the 34th floor. You know, and yet I know these casinos that constantly have money coming in and out. I know there had to be security standing outside somewhere.
He probably already scoped all
I find
that
it
out.
hard to believe that nobody heard this man up there shooting for almost 10 minutes. He had 10 minutes up there to shoot all these people.
No, he didn't have a silence because you can hear it.
Yeah, he didn't have no silence on that gun. He was firing off. You know, but I don't know. I kind of feel like that's some of that privilege stuff, man. You know,
Exactly. That's exactly what he was.
You just allow this person to just come in there with bags and bags of stuff, and nobody say, man, what is it that you bringing every day? You can't be doing that much shopping, you know. And all of them are weapons, you know. 19 weapons, man. No, 19 guns.
He was loaded.
You know.
That's sad.
Set up for war. But again,
I get stopped with a soda.
you know what I mean? You stop having your one hand on the steering wheel, they pulling you over, looking at you like crazy. And here this guy, you know, he could bring duffel bags in with weapons, suitcases with weapons in it, and nobody says anything to him because he's rich and he's spending money. No.
And look,
The guy went and dropped $160,000 in the casino and walked away like it wasn't no problem. You know what I mean? So, you know, from my understanding, you know, there's a lot of people could have ate off that money.
hey, I
Yeah.
could have got me a little new car.
Yeah, a lot of things could have happened with that, but here you have a man he was a millionaire and he flipped out. For what reason? You know, they say money's supposed to make life a little easier for you, but something was going on there.
Exactly.
You know.
For the month of November, with the SHERICHIE candles, I'm doing you buy 2, you get 1 free. When you purchase 2, you get 1 free.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have that. I have some new ideas too with the candles also. I'm gonna try to, when I do the SHERICHIE Lounge, wait till y'all see how I got it set up.
Okay.
Very nice. Cameraman too, so I'm not gonna do it on the phones.
Okay. So also too, I'm bring attention to the breast cancer awareness. You know what I mean? You women, you know, and men, from my understanding, it goes both ways now. You know, you need to get yourself checked. You know, make sure you stay on top of your health. I know what a lot of black folks we don't like. Yeah.
No, they say men
They
can
say man
too.
can get breast cancers too, man. You know, and they say a lot of black folks don't like to go to the doctor because we've been setting our ways from way back when that when we go, we never come back home.
That thing hurt when you get that
we
done.
never come back home. But hey, would you rather deal
And
with
men for prostate. Y'all need to get that checked too, because a lot of men scared to get that.
Yeah, I'll never understand that, but you know.
Is it 50 when y'all 50? Or
I was
before?
told when I got down to A, that was the first time I had it done. I was told that for black men, around 38 to 40, you should be getting that check. You know, you should be getting that check. So, you know, when he found out, he was like, "Man, you never had it?" I'm like, "Nah." He was like, "Yeah, you should have been had that done." You know, for black men, you know. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, get that check.
You got to take care of your health. You know, there's no crystal ball gonna tell you when you got something or when you don't have something. So you got to keep on top of that kind of stuff. You know, so yeah.
So we're gonna take a commercial and return in a moment.
just leave me be. But they squeeze the parts of my date's anatomy. Why, Lord, you brothers have to drill me? Cause if I start to hit this man, they'll have to kill me. You see, I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see, I am everyday people. I told us, please let us pass friends. I said please cause I don't like killing Africans. But he wouldn't stop, and I ain't Ice Cube. But I had to take the brother out for being rude. And like I said before, I was mad by then. It took 3 or 4 cops to pull me off of him. But that's the story, y'all, of a black man gets stomped by an African. You see,
SHERICHIE Show. I'm SHERICHIE.
And I'm Eric.
I had the question. Did you hear about they not going to play the go-go music on the radio now?
On what station?
I don't know what station, Eric, but I heard. Did you hear that?
I hear about that.
You did?
I don't know.
Did you hear that rolling? On what's it's supposed to be on all the radio stations, I think.
And what's the reason for that?
You the go-go man, so I thought you knew.
But see, I get all my stuff off of YouTube, and then they got their own little radio station that I go on. You know what I mean? I don't do
maybe because I don't know for sure, but I had assumed that.
Well, I think most of the current
the
current DJs that they have in the evening time anyway, a lot of them sound like they're not from here anyway, so they probably not into it. You know what I mean? A lot of them sound like they're not from this area anyway. They sound like they, as they call them when you go to other states, you transplant. You know what I mean? You just been here long enough, so they're probably not into it. I don't think it has anything to do with the genre itself, go-go. I think they just on this rap thing with the girl Carly B, Nicki, and Wayne, and all them. They want to just blast that all day long. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, Carly, especially her.
Yeah.
You like that song? Or you tired of?
The one that she got from Bodak.
So usually you just follow the money. I mean, the first thing is that sponsors of these radio stations don't particularly like go-go, because go-go is not universal, doesn't translate in other cities as well. And the other thing is, go-go is pretty much independent now. Almost completely independent. Mm-hmm. So if you have conglomerates of record companies or distributors, and in this case online distributors, they want to see the stuff played that makes them money. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, a lot of the go-go bands own their own titles, they own their own music, and if it gets played, then Mr. Charlie doesn't get any money off of it. So the first thing you do is you leverage that money and you squash it. So it creates opportunity now. If the go-go scene wants to grow, now you got to revolutionize.
And it's that's something that's been going on since it really started. I mean, we moved a lot of mountains just to even get it to play on radio. You know what I mean? At one point, they didn't even want to acknowledge it as music.
See, this Earth topic right here, y'all.
But I'm not surprised by the advertisement, stepping in there and doing that. And just like with anything else, it's about getting money. So, that would explain a lot why a lot of these stations is backing away from it, because the advertisements would bringing the money in it to them. It's not that scene. But that's just going to push it back underground the way it was when they first came out back in the early 70s, you know, when it was all local. Because it really didn't bust out until, you know, doing the buck when Spike, you know, wanted to put it out there with Howard and all that. Then everybody knew about, really got a chance to, you know, understand the go-go. Even though that wasn't what I want to say, the way we came up with it, the way it was portrayed in that movie. You know, music wise was nowhere near the way that we hear it on a daily basis around here. But you know, it did open up a lot more doors for a lot of other people from other states to understand and be able to hear some of the sound. I'm not gonna say all of it, but as time went on, you see they started getting more and more celebrities coming, listening to it, and like, oh, okay, yeah, y'all got something going on here. You know what I mean? Let me get in on it. You know what I mean? So. You know, I'm not surprised with this. I'm not surprised with this move. Just like with anything, you know, if it's a situation where it's, I want to say, conducive to black communities, that we're really into it. That you know, at some point it's gonna get squashed by somebody that doesn't, you know, is just not into it.
Who's your favorite? Bang.
I like them all. I've never really had a favorite. Of course, you know, R.E. is, you know, Chuck was the man, and R.E. was like his son, and then so on and so on. You know what I mean? With the EU, the Trouble. You know, I'm from the Pump Blenders, Reds and the Boys, Air Raid Band. You know, all these are people that are no longer in business now. You know, but you know, I remember coming up with all these. You know, seeing all these cats coming through by the wayside. A lot of these cats now are fairly new. That's probably why I don't go around too many of them, because I you know, with my wife one time, we called ourselves, matter of fact, this was New Year's Eve. We called ourselves, we went to a New Year's party that wasn't too much going on, so we dipped out. We guys go see another thing. We got to the other one. They wasn't doing anything. So I was like, all right, well, we done left the first one. Now we went to this other one. They not doing anything. Let's go, you know, see if we can find some music somewhere. We went down to, what's it called? Down 210 Martinis.
Oh, okay.
Now they had a little band in there and everything. I'm like, all right, well, we can go in there, you know, listen to a little bit of music and then go home. After when I really found out about this band called TCB.
How was it?
Oh man, I looked at her. I said, "Do you feel like we ain't supposed to be it? Like we here with our grandkids?" And she was like, "Yeah."
You saying it with the grandkids?
Yeah, she was like, "Yeah." I said, "All right, well, we gonna get this drink on. We gonna get out of here because you know we not with this no more." I mean, you know, but yeah, it was you know, it was interesting. You know, so yeah, this new genre of go-go, you know, I respect these kids, you know, and the way they do a lot of their stuff now, you know, and you know, it just keep it. At some point, you know, I mean, it's gonna get bigger than what it was and what it is now, and it's gonna blow up even more. You know, it's just gonna take time. You know, I think you know, we just gotta keep pushing forward as a people with it. You know, it might not, it's not for everybody, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I said, I want to see what Earth gonna say about that. But then you got this and stuff, right?
Yeah. So,
but you say you be on YouTube, so.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I do a lot of mine. I get a lot of mine off the internet. You know, besides going to a show or something. You know, so yeah, I'm not surprised, man. You know, when the sponsors and stuff start wanting to pull their money away, then yeah, they got to make changes. But I have noticed that a lot of these new DJs are not local.
Oh, okay. Well, you ready yet?
So yeah, but that's cool. I've been out here now, just trying to do a little bit of you know, just trying to get everything ready. We're doing a little bit of house hunting and stuff, man. Still trying to find that nest to
Where in this area?
set up.
What area?
Somewhere around, you know, Upper Marlboro, Bowie, somewhere out in that area, man.
Yeah, Bowie is nice. My sister swear Bowie is the bomb.
Yeah.
She swear that is the place to move. There's a lot of stores out there that I can give it that way.
It's quiet. It's peaceful out there. Yeah.
No, it is. Even the neighborhood she's in is very quiet.
Yeah.
Nice and clean and.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is. It's cool.
I need that.
Well, we're going to end the show, and we'll see you all next Sunday from 4:30 to 6 p.m. You can reach me on SheRichieCandles.com, and Instagram is The Real She Richie Candles. Facebook, She Richie Radio Host, Eric.
Yep. And also, you can reach me on my Facebook or whatever, Eric Malloy, or, She Richie host, co-host, Eric. Also, I want to give a big up to, everybody for chiming in today. I appreciate you chiming in, checking us out. Want you guys enjoy your weekend. And big shout out to my grandson. He was so determined to play me in Madden today. He wanted his Cowboys, and I had my Redskins. So I don't know what the score is now, but I know when I left the house it was 33-0 Redskin way. So.
You gotta bring him here.
He might have changed. I'll get him in here so he can sit down and talk to us a little bit about school and stuff, But he too shy, but I'll get him. But yeah, big up everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I appreciate you chiming in. And we out. What's up, Juana? Hey, Juana.